Hello friends, my name is Michelle Fondin and I'm the author of The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda, an easy guide to a healthy lifestyle, and the new book by New World Library, Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, exploring your 7 energy centers with mindfulness, yoga, and Ayurveda. And today we're going to talk about too hot? Cool your Pitta Ayurvedic Dosha. The Pitta Dosha is comprised of the elements of fire and water. So when it gets to be hot and humid and hot and melting outside, those of you that have a majority of the Pitta Dosha in your Ayurvedic mind-body type feel not only like you're going to melt and you're going to die and that the sun is too bright and that you can't see properly without sunglasses, and that you start to feel all angry and irritated inside, just know that that's not you. That is your Pitta Dosha. So Pitta being comprised of fire and water, Tejas and Jala, can sometimes make you spin out of control when it's hot and humid outside. And now, in the mid-Atlantic region of the United States, which is the area of Washington, D.C. and the surrounding states, it's starting now to get really hot and humid. So I know a lot of you that are in climates that are hot and humid right now are beginning to suffer, especially if you have a lot of Pitta in your Ayurvedic mind-body type. So what to do? So look at my t-shirt. I have this watery t-shirt with some fish on it. This is a nice yoga t-shirt to remind me to get cool. So the best thing for the Pitta type is to get in the water and cool down. Take a cooling shower. Go for a swim. Make sure that you're wearing light colored clothes so that the sun doesn't penetrate in, making you too warm. Try not to overdress. Make sure that you're sipping beverages that are about room temperature or slightly cooler. Now, in Ayurveda, we want to be really careful to stay away from iced cold beverages, meaning with ice cubes, because it puts out that digestive fire in the tummy. That's called the Agni. So it does put out Agni, so while you're a Pitta type and you want to drink ice cold drinks, just drink cold drinks or cool drinks instead. You can eat things or put things into your drinks like lime. You could put some mint leaves. Mint leaves are great for cooling you down. When you make your salads, make sure to include some cilantro. You can have melons such as cantaloupe or watermelon or honeydew melon as a separate meal. You never want to mix watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew melon, or other types of melons with other foods. So you could eat it separately as a snack, as it is also a nice cooling food. You want to eat really ripe mangoes, ripe cherries, and berries. Those are great for Pitta types to keep you cool and not gaining excess weight or not overeating or overdoing it, which Pittas, when they have a large digestive fire that they already have, but when you add more fire to that, it can make them feel hungrier, such as if you're at a barbecue and you eat too much food. You want to make sure that you're not eating too much food and you're not eating too much meat, because I know a lot of Pittas who love to eat meat. And in fact, I'm really sorry to tell you this, Pitta types, but Ayurveda says that Pitta types do the best on a vegetarian diet. Sorry! You do better with eating beans, lentils, fresh greens, and really ripe, juicy fruit. So that's what you do better on. Sorry about that, Pitta types. And the best thing to do is to remain in cool climates, in cool areas with maybe a fan. A fan shouldn't bother you. It might bother a Vata type, or if you have a lot of Vata in you, it might bother you. But if you're a Pitta type and you're really truly a Pitta type, then having a fan on you when it's really hot and humid, it's not going to bother you so much. But try to stay close to bodies of water. Stay away from competition or competitive efforts when it is really hot and humid, because of course the bright, beautiful sun can just make you more edgy and more competitive and more critical toward yourself and toward others. So make sure you're staying away from those competitions in the hot and humid months and just taking it a little more easy. Now here's another thing Pitta types don't like to hear. If you're doing a yoga practice, do a cooling yoga practice, not a heating yoga practice. A lot of Pittas I know love to do hot or heated yoga, but that just aggravates your Pitta even more. And I know you have that competitive edge in nature inside of you, so you want to do the intense workout to feel like you're actually doing something and to feel like you're the best and you've got stamina. Well, you are the best and you do have stamina. However, in the hot and humid months, you want to be cooler. So do something like a Hatha yoga practice, an Iyengar yoga practice, or at best do a yin, Y-I-N, yoga practice. Now, a breathing technique that you can do when you're getting too hot is the Sitali breath. I'll teach you how to do the Sitali breath right here. If you can roll your tongue, or even if you can't roll your tongue, you can pretend. So you're going to stick your tongue out and you're going to breathe through the tongue like you're sipping in through a straw. You're going to inhale through the tongue, through the mouth, and just exhale normally through the nostrils. You want to make sure your spine is nice and tall, but this Sitali or cooling breath can actually cool down your body temperature by several degrees if you just do this for several minutes. You'll notice the instantaneous changes in your body if you practice this Sitali breath. So let's practice it together. I'm going to close my eyes because it's weird for me to do pranayama yoga breathing techniques with my eyes open. We're going to stick out the tongue and breathe through the tongue. And then exhale normally. Inhale, breathing through the tongue. And exhale normally. And inhale, breathing through the tongue. And exhale normally. Now you can do this for about a minute or two and you will feel that cool air moving into you. And if you practiced it with me just now, you will have noticed that cool air going in through your tongue and into your throat, and it absolutely cools you down. It's pretty amazing. And even as I'm talking now, about a minute after doing that breathing technique, I can still feel my tongue that's cool. It's really neat. The other thing you want to do is abstain from arguments. Make sure you're not arguing with anybody. So don't engage in arguments with your kids, with your spouse, with your family members, with your work colleagues. You just want to keep it calm, cool, and collected. Listen to sounds of the ocean while you are working, with seagulls in the background and other ocean wave sounds, or even rain sounds. Those are great to listen to if you are experiencing that Pitta fire, that Pitta imbalance due to the hot and humid weather. Another thing you can do is just eat salads. Eat salads, fruit salads in the morning, maybe some mango lassi as a snack, which is a cooling yogurt drink with some sweet cardamom, with some sweet mango, or even better yet, drinking a rose lassi, which is yogurt watered down with some rose water and cardamom, which are both really cooling. So rose water is really good. You could drink some rose water iced tea. I've even bought tea packets that are rose tea, so you can buy them, boil the water, steep the rose tea in there, let it cool down, add some cardamom, add some mint, And now you have a cooling tea drink that's really going to keep your Pitta really cool. Now, if you're a Pitta, you might like spice too. Not only might you like meat, but you also tend to like spice or spicy foods. Your mind-body type can't handle spicy foods very well, especially when you're out of balance or it's hot and humid outside. Go ahead and abstain from eating hot, spicy foods while it is hot and humid outside. You want to keep those foods cool. You want to keep the cooling foods going. And maybe have something like a cold soup. Cold soups are going to be really good, especially during the summer or hot and humid months. Those are my tips for cooling off your Pitta Ayurvedic Dosha. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel below, share this video with friends, family, and your dog. And please support me on Patreon. I can't do this without your pledge and support. www.patreon.com/MichelleFondin. And I will see you in the next video.